everybody, how are we? My name is Michaela. I'm just your average Aussie girl, young woman, and what I wanted to talk to you about though, but I am also an aspiring rapper and singer in Australia. I have a couple of rap albums that I've written. I'm investing in myself in a few areas. So of course with my own promotional work, I've got some cars coming, which I have a pink convertible, which you will see me in, which it's not like I want attention, but it's for fun. It's to live that dream, which is actually my plate. It's Dream J, so it's actually my father's convertible. My father passed away and I inherit his car, and I thought I'd be doing it right, so I could use that to help me to promote myself as a music artist, and that's what we're going to talk about. It's some controversy surrounding our grand final that has got an international artist being headlined when it should be an Australian artist. So there's lots of controversy surrounding that, and now I'm going to make a podcast. I've got a podcast channel coming up. As I said, I'm an upcoming rapper and singer, hoping to make it within Australia. I'm also going to be launching a podcast called Level Up, and I also have a very, very, very fun, exciting project, one that I'm super excited about, that has been incredibly creatively challenging. Songwriting is creatively challenging, but I also have it's called Poster Girl, as you might have heard of Peter Drew. Some people might have seen the Aussie posters that have been plastered around our country. Well, it got my attention, and I developed my own posters, which is called Legacy, in response to this man and his fantastic, very interesting, very creative, very cool. I have a lot of respect for Peter Drew, but we won't go into all that. As a street artist, so I'm going to be developing myself as a street artist, similar to Banksy or Peter Drew or Obey Giant, things like that, so, which is super exciting and fun. The interesting thing is also that Peter has a Icarus theme, and I have a very strong running theme with Artemis and playing with bows and things like that. I thought also I have a controversial upcoming project, which is exciting, but my main bread and butter for publicity, of course, is my rap albums. And as an Australian artist, if you have 15 minutes and you've got about a little bit of time to listen to what I have to say, because I completely agree with all the controversy that's surrounding Katy Perry. Katy Perry. So, Katy Perry is headlining our act. Now that woman's very wealthy, she's very powerful, and she gets that from being promoted. It's not particularly that she has made a lot of money off her music, but she's very wealthy because she gets paid and promoted on Australian Idol. They pay her like $25 million a year. In Australia, we can't afford to pay our artists $25 million a year. A lot of our artists have families. We need to buy a home. We invest in promotions and in our music, and most of the platforms that we use, we would go through Triple J Unearth. It's always the first point of call. Then we've got Rage. Everyone wants to host Rage, right? Of course, America has MTV. They've got the Nickelodeon things, because they're very, they have Hollywood. They have a lot of the music and the films in English-speaking countries come from America. We now have Disney Studios in Australia, so that might see, and there's also Netflix, which has just become booming. So we might see a lot more talent and work come out of Australia in regards to the film and the music industry. And of course we have our ARIAs, but it's such a shame that instead of having our flagship artists, especially considering the cancellation after COVID now, we've had COVID for 2 years, which shut everything down, which was tragic worldwide, and not just from the mass killings, but the financial impact that it had on everyone. And now we've had this year, for some reason, 2024, we've seen 3 of our major festivals. We've got Blues Fest, Blender in the Grass, and Groovin' in the Moo cancelled. And for a lot of artists, that's what helps promote them. It gives them a sense of fulfillment, like they've made it. It gives them that superstar status. It gets them more fans because they're promoting themselves. You know, it's a fun thing to do. But also on top of that, they get paid. We get paid as artists. And promotion, a lot of, if you have a look into the music industry, it's not just all about music. It's about developing yourself as a personality. It's about being professional, being someone that they can, you know, that people can work with, that you can get brand endorsement deals. A lot of it comes through that you can be a personality to have company representation. You build yourself up as a household name. Like within the Australian film and music industry, it's pretty tight-knit in Australia. We have a lot of household names that most of us know from like the Good Morning shows. Our platforms for a lot of our actors and actresses is Neighbours and Home and Away. They've been our flagship TV series that a lot of, you know, we have like the Gold Globe, our Logies and things like that, our Logie Awards. They're our red carpet event or our ARIA events. So we don't, if you really want to make money within those industries, most of the time you go to America. So it's really disappointing to see that when, I know I played AFL as a kid, and our artists, our major artists, like the inspiring women within Australian history and culture of music is like Delta Goodrem, Ricky Lee, people like Kylie Minogue, Jessica Malboy. Oh, we've got Christine Anu, who is actually performing at the AFL Grand Opening this Saturday. And those women are the ones that, to me, actually deserve to be performing in such a major event. Because I can tell you right now, in America, there is no way American artists wouldn't put up with it, but the American promoters won't put on an Aussie act and headline it and make make them superstars in an American country, because that's what gives them superstar status. That's what, when you know that you've made it, because you're like opening for the AFL, you're playing halftime at the grand finals. You know what I mean? That's, you don't get any like more superstar status than that, right? Apart from maybe we might win the awards. And so to see our Australian talent within the music industry robbed of that opportunity and given over to a woman that, well, she doesn't particularly, she's being paid $5 million. Why didn't you invest that into us? You know, I've got a bachelor's degree in events management, and I deal with a lot of things like that. You know, in events, and they could have put special effects. They could have split it between multiple artists. We could have had Kid Leroy doing a couple of songs, Ricky Lee, who's just brought out an album, our beautiful Delta Goodrem. Like these are powerful women, household names within our country that deserve the work, deserve to get paid, and deserve to be on such a prestigious stage. Not an international artist that doesn't need further promoting, doesn't need the money. No offense, like she gets paid $25 million a year, and she's just sold the rights to her music. I think it was to Litmus or something for a very cool $220 million. So now she's worth in the brackets of like $400 million. She might be a mega pop star, but it comes down to promotions. She gets promoted. They push. I mean, people like BB Rexa, she makes really good music. And BB Rexa's new song, I'm the Drama, has come out. She's got other songs as well, but she doesn't get the same promotions. So when these opportunity arises, like we have to work on ourselves, on self-promotions, on the way we have to build a fan base. We have to make sure that our songs, we might get a really good hit song or something like that, but we need to be popular. We need to engage with our fans. Most of us do it through Instagram. We need to get interviews. We need to get brand endorsements. So we're getting put out there. So we're always generating new fans. We're always keeping our fans engaged with us. And we're also becoming a household name, and therefore like a personality within like the entertainment industry. Now in Australia, we have a pretty tight network, and we've got a lot of household names. People like, you know, we love Chris Hemsworth. He's such a patriotic Australian icon for us. You know, we've got Chris Hemsworth, Margot Robbie, which of course she's kind of more based in America now, but she started off in Neighbours, where most of us come from. And we've got our whole Neighbours Home and Away cast and crew. We've got people like the Irwin family. Then we've got Amanda Keller, who's like on our radio personalities or on our morning shows. The vet, our wonderful vet that we see that's on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here with Lady Julia. Everyone knows Julia and the vet Chris Brown, Dr. Chris Brown. We've got Koshy, we've got the beautiful, stunning Carrie Bickmore, who we love, and the 7 p.m. Project crew, the morning shows, all these people, Lisa Wilkins and Sarah Harris that are TV presenters. So it's a very tight network, and there's a lot of friendship, and these people work in the industry and they help each other and they know each other. But then we've also got, like, you know, of course, I have this written out a little bit because I for the life of me will not remember all of these names. I will, but not all of it. But I did actually take the time to have a look at this, because I heard that even our senator for Labor, our senator for the Greens Party, looked into Labor's cultural policy. You know, the senator for the arts looked into it in regards to the Labor's cultural policy, because they're not paying and supporting Australian artists. They're handing it over to Katy Perry to flaunt herself around on our stage. And if you know Katy Perry, you know, well, you know that she's had like a few hits and things like that, and her latest album hasn't really gone that well, but it should have gone to people like Kid Laroi. It could have gone to, you know, Ricky Lee or Cold Chisel. Cold Chisel are actually doing 50 years this year and about to release a new album, go on tour. We could have had like Fire and all the rest of it. Now that's pretty cool. That's Australian, having Cold Chisel and stuff like that with some flames going on. Then Ricky Lee or Delta or Kylie Minogue coming out, Kid Laroi, like that would have been like, that's a superstar lineup, right? And that's worth $5 million to me. Go and pay our artists and promote our artists and make our country, Australia, strong. Like, be a soldier for your own country. Like, and I really mean that, you know, and everything that we do, because I love my country, and we don't have a lot of opportunities. We don't get the same, don't get the same financial opportunities. And like I said, in America, they'll never hand over the top spot in any of their grand finals to any international artist. That's for their artists, to make them money, to make them promoted, and make them superstars in their country. But that would have been beautiful if they had done a superstar lineup for that, for our grand final, and really put on for our city, really put on for our country and our people. Instead, they've handed it over to Katy Perry. And there's so much controversy going around right now. People like, why is she doing this and it's not Australian artists? And I agree. And even I think our artists, our flagship artists that I just mentioned, Cold Chisel, Delta Goodman, Guy Sebastian, Kid Laroi, Ricky Lee, Kylie Minogue, like all of them, Jessica Malboy. We've got Christina and New up there. Yeah, sure, fine, fair enough. But why don't, if you're going to invest $5 million, why don't you put some special effects on, get them to come out, do a different song, have some fun and put on a show? And be about the music industry, be about the entertainment industry, and really like put on for our people and showcase our talent and pay our people and promote us, because they worked for it and they deserve it. And to be quite honest, she doesn't need it. She gets so much promotion. They got like 52 states they can run around and they can promote themselves, and they make so much money off tour. But of all the artists, like, she is so incredibly wealthy, and it comes a lot through promotions and her being given opportunities. And right now, this opportunity should have been given to people in our country that have worked hard for it and deserve it more. And that is just a fact. And so in saying that I'm a rapper, we've got people like Cursor, Mason Dane from Newcastle. Cursor's one of our best rappers and best talents. We've got Hilltop Hoods. Then you've got A Girl looking for a break, looking to get promotions. AO Honcho, 1-4 out in the western suburbs. We want brand endorsements. We want to work and get rewards for it. We want to become household names and be people, like personalities to our people. You know, and the work's there, but we need that opportunity. So I mean, like, even if we do, it's not just all about making a good music that's going to sell or that's going to play on the radio. You need to, like I said, be actively engaging with your people, build yourself up as a personality, get brand endorsements so that you're a household name, so you're always engaging with your fans, you're always building a new fan base, and people will just, and it's the pressing and the promotions where they kind of almost like press it upon you. So they're the main artists that you're always dealing with. They're the face of the music industry and the face of it all, you know what I mean? That other artist might have very good music, but they're not being promoted as well, or they're not putting themselves out that much, or they're not chasing it as much. And personally, me, like I fell in love with music a little bit. Like I said, I'm investing in my car because I thought it would be a great asset. It might help me for the image, for the persona, for the lifestyle, to help me build fans and things like that, to really put on and have fun with it, because it takes work. You need to promote yourself, and that's one of my marketing promotional tools are my cars. The same way most people have like an Instagram. We know as influencers, I really need to work on my Instagram account. It is not celebrity worthy at all. But we need to work on these things. I do have a little bit of time and also engaging, so that's where I thought I might do a podcast as well to put myself out there a bit. But we need to get those promotions, and so when those opportunities arise, it's just really disappointing to see that instead of them being handed over to our Australian artists and us being paid, that they're actually putting her on. So anyway, I thought I'd get involved in that because I don't know why and a lot of people are saying that why they wouldn't put an Australian artist on, why they would pay an international act and all the rest of it. It just seems like it's not the best idea for them to be doing. But you know, we all like to see our Australian artists make it and things like that. So we've got Splatter in the Grass, Blues Fast, Groovin' in the Moo, and because they haven't been on this year, there's not a lot of opportunity for our artists to make that much money in our country. So anyway, as an upcoming rapper, as an artist that wants to make it, I intend to stay in the industry for a number of years. But because, like I said, we don't get the financial opportunities that we have, I'd love to be like Ricky Lee or Delta. I'd love to do interviews and things like that. I would love to do the opening of the grand final like all the artists that aspire and put the work in our country. But we need to get given those opportunities, and because it is so hard financially, I'm actually looking at doing my Doctor of Medicine, so that if I don't make that much money, because we have to work till we're like 67, right? So we need to find ways to make money and do something that we love. And as passionate as I am about music, and as fun as it is a career. It needs to be taken as a serious and professional thing. And there's always lots of people that you can work with. Australia needs more talent. It needs more people that want to work and put the effort in and be faces, you know, and provide that service for people as well. Because we all need music. I like some of Katy's music. It's not bad. You know, I'm more of a Taylor Swift fan. But we need people to make those musics. But those artists also need to get paid. You know. So anyway, I've got a few things I'm working on. As I just mentioned, I am looking at doing my Doctor of Medicine, because that's something that we in Australia, anyone who studies, we have fee help. We need to repay it. We all need to buy a house. We need to provide for our families, etc. Australia isn't all, don't mean to talk about money, but it's not all rich and famous and things like that. We are pretty like normal Australians, and we all have normal jobs. America is a very wealthy country, and they have a lot more financial means than us. You know, so it is a shame that they didn't put on Australian artists. Like I said, completely agree. So really wanted to actually put that out there and say that is such a shame, and I agree with all the controversy surrounding her performing at the AFL Grand Final this Saturday, and that it's a shame. So if you're an Australian artist, keep putting yourself out there, keep pressing for the work. Good luck to you. I hope you make it. I hope you get on Rage. I hope you get airplay. I hope you get paid. All the rest of it. I hope you sell some records. And if you are someone that supports your local artists, keep supporting us. Listen to our music, like us on Instagram, buy our music, like us on Spotify, all that kind of thing, because we really do put that effort in, and I think that we really do deserve that, so that we can get those opportunities and we can make more wonderful music for you. Anyway, that's all I had to say. So expect an album from me, expect some fun, cool podcasts coming up with Level Up with Michaela, which is really fun. And like I said, I have a very controversial, exciting project, becoming a street artist, that I just found completely irresistible with our wonderful Peter Drew from Adelaide. Great guy down there. Can't wait to launch Legacy, or its poster girl campaign. It's just very tongue-in-cheek, but it's a little bit political. It's just fun. It's just me loving my country and having fun with it, I guess. But yeah, so that is a shame that we don't have an Australian talent showcasing, and that Katy Perry is doing it in our country. It's not, it should be going to our artists, because that's one of our major events. So hopefully this reaches the ears of people who are making that decision, and next year, or the next grand final, they actually get together and put on like a really cool special effects, get a couple of artists and pay them $5 million, and or if you've got that much money, invest in our artists and put on a really good Aussie show with Australian artists, and put on for our country and for our music industry. That's all. My name is Michaela Jacobs. Expect an album out, some videos, some cool photo shoots, things like that, and of course my Poster Girl campaign. I would love all your love and support. It would mean so much to me, because it is very creatively challenging to do this, but you know, we have to be professional about it. And yeah, thank you so much. Hope you're all well. Bye.